Welcome to Spice and Pans. Subscribe to our channel for our recipes weekly.
Hi and welcome to Spice and Pans. Today I'm going to show you this very traditional dessert known as onde onde. Ingredients are pretty simple. I have with me over here 450 grams of glutinous rice flour, 1 heap of a tablespoon of this tapioca flour, 85 milliliter of water. This is to be mixed with the tapioca flour to form a paste. 200 milliliter of water to form the dough later. Approximately about 150 grams of palm sugar, coarsely chopped like this. I have with me also 4 different coloring. I'll be dividing the dough into 4 different parts, so I have a sort of like rainbow kind of onde onde. And of course, you need to have approximately about 300 grams of grated coconut to coat the onde onde with. Okay, so let's get started. Now, before you turn on the fire, let's just mix the tapioca flour as well as the 85 milliliter of water. Now, if you don't have a tapioca flour at home, you can always use corn flour. It's the same. So let's just mix this mixture up first. Before we turn on the heat, mix them up well. Now, there's a very little liquid over here only. There's not a lot. So what we do is we'll just turn on the fire at a very low heat and keep cooking them until it's almost like a transparent, or rather translucent, like a glue kind of thing. So we just stir them. You have to keep stirring them. Let them boil a little bit first before I show you actually how it looks like. Now, as you stir, you'll find that it's getting harder and harder to stir. That means it's almost getting ready, right? You can see this is something like what you want it to be, a glue-like thing. So keep stirring it until it's almost like transparent or translucent. Right? You can see that the color is getting lighter and lighter. Okay, when it becomes like this, okay, that means it's done. So let's off the fire. So you put the glue mixture into the flour and slowly mix them in together first. It'll take a little bit of time, so be patient with this. Then you add in the water. I prefer to add in bit by bit, so I'm going to add in half only. Slowly stir them all in together again. Okay, then you put in the other half. Then we put in the rest of the water. Now, if it's still too dry by now, you can slowly add in more water. Let us just mix this together and then we have a look. So you keep kneading this until it resembles something like what you do for this tang yuan. So you become a dough actually. So if it's too dry, add in a little bit of water bit by bit, because we don't want the dough to be too wet also. I've transferred it onto a flat surface like this, and I've dusted some flour over here, so I'll keep rolling the dough until it forms a smooth dough. So this is the dough, how it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to divide this into 4 portions because I want to have 4 different coloring. So I'm just going to pull them out. Start with half first. Half and half. So I have 4 different colorings. Okay, let's start with the first one. I'm going to use a pandan for this, which is a green color. So I make a little indent in the middle of the dough, like this. I'm going to add in half a teaspoon first. If it's not enough, then we add some more. By the way, just now when I'm doing the dough, if you find that the dough is too wet, you can always add in more of the glutinous rice flour. For me, I've added in 2 more heap of tablespoon of glutinous rice flour so that it's more manageable. It won't stick to your finger. Now, if you want it to be easier, you can put it onto the smooth surface and actually knead it. So these are the 4 portions that I've divided out into: green, red, blue, and yellow. And now I'm just going to roll them back into a dough form, and then I'm just going to form them into small balls so that we can put in the palm sugar. Okay, let us do it right now. First off, let's just dust this up first so that the dough don't stick. Oh, it's a little bit sticky right now at this moment. Just going to roll this. Now if it's too sticky on the hand, by all means do add in a little bit more flour, because after we add in the colouring, the dough will be a little bit wet, so it might stick to the fingers. So just add in a little bit more flour and just fry it up again. Just knead it up, mix them up well. But it cannot be too dry also, because otherwise the dough won't stick, and that's not what we want actually. So something like this will be fine. So we divide into 10 portions. So 10 portions, I'm going to divide this into. So half goes. Okay. So 10 portions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll them into a ball. Compress slightly in the center so that I can fit in one piece of this pump sugar. Something like this, and then you seal them up. And then you roll them back into a ball. Like this. Continue with the rest of the dough and the colors, and then we'll boil them later. So when the water is boiling, put in the onde. Right? After boiling, when they are ready, it will actually float to the surface. And after it floats to the surface, wait for 1 or 2 minutes first before taking them up and coat them with the grated coconut. Now as you can see, the onde has already floated to the top, which means that they are ready already. So what we're going to do is we're just going to scoop them up and put them, dry them up, and then put them inside the grated coconut. And into the grated coconut. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cover this with the coconut, coat them over, and wait for them to cool down, and then we can serve them. It's just so easy. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Onde, the traditional dessert. I hope you enjoyed our video. Do click like on our video and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.